Hey guys, what is going? Oh, my door's open. Okay, here we go. Yo, 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 what is going on, friends? Today we're going to be looking at two fights that I've been through, two voracious battles that I fought. I came out victorious, both of them. So we're going to go through, we're going to see what I did right, and we're going to see what you can not do wrong. Now here we go, we're just going to start off the battle. Now I've noticed at the beginning that most of the time the opponent does not play anything, so I like to put down a good combo of cards. A good start for me is I like to put the witch in the bottom left, bottom right hand corner, or prince. This is because the witch spawns skeletons as she goes, so if she's in the back left, you can spawn more. Having a prince and a dragon together is also beneficial because the dragon can counteract what counters a prince. So whenever you're sending two cards together, you kind of always want to be countering off each other's weaknesses. It pretty much means that if you're sending a unit that has very good single target DPS, you're going to want to have it accompany someone that has good AoE. So right here I'm putting down a mini Pika on the left hand side. This is because he just used two cards. He counters my card on the left, but has no response for the card on the right. And as you can see, we're doing some crazy damage. We might actually get the tower here. We actually don't, but it's close. Very close. And that's what counts. So after the dust has settled, this is a good pausing point right here. After the dust has settled, we're both regaining elixir. If you take a look at the health, I came out way ahead. He got about 500 damage done to each tower, but I have one tower down to 22. So back to our previous video talking about value, over the course of the battle, I have gotten favorable value, as you can see, because I've done more damage. Another cool point you can talk about is about positioning. So as you can see on the left here, the mage is coming up. The only thing I have on cooldown is a skeleton army, which, as you know, is ineffective against wizards, but this is the cool thing that I can do. If you wait for the wizard to start targeting your tower, and then drop your minions, the wizard won't switch targets. So by doing this, I was able to drop down my skeleton army and kill his unit, and he didn't switch targets, which is very important to note. So as soon as you get your first tower, there are two things you can do. You can push for the crown tower, which if you kill it will automatically give you a 3-count win. If you're trying to get your crown chest, I suggest this. Or you can stop focusing on the crown tower and you can focus on the left hand tower. This is because, as you can see, the crown tower has around 3,000 health and the second tower only has 2,000. So if you're short on time and need to figure out which tower to kill, always try and kill the tower that has less health. Another cool thing is you're able to drop your enemies across the bridge on the right hand side, and if they spawn correctly, they can cross over to the left hand side. Let me see if I can find an example of me doing this. Oh, here's perfect one here. So as you can see, I dropped down the skeleton army right on the edge there, and instead of it just going to the right hand side, it actually splits both ways. So if you're trying to do damage to both towers, dropping in the corner there can be very advantageous. Also, this little side note, if you are using a barrel of goblins, I will show you how to use it correctly. The proper way to use it is you want the barrel of goblins to land just like this. The reason is because when they spawn, you're going to have one spawning on each 3 corners. This makes it impossible for enemies that have AoE, such as a dragon or a wizard, to be able to kill them all in one hit. At first, you may think it's silly to worry about the way that they land, but a fully spawned barrel of goblins can actually do quite a bit of damage. As you can see here, I had 2 towers attacking it and also a Valkyrie attacking it, and it still did 300 damage. If you actually have all 3 of them alive for a long period of times, you're looking at 600, 700 damage, and it's very good for sniping towers when there's a limited amount of time left. This is the second game of the 2 games I was going to show. The intro to this game actually is an example I used in my first video, and it's because I played it very well. As you can see here, he's going to be sending to me a giant and a wizard behind it. Now usually, if I just sent in my skeleton army, it would get obliterated because the wizard from behind would be doing so much AoE damage. But because of my positioning, the wizard was able to attack my prince instead of the skeleton army, meaning that overall, my play gave me a lot more value. Another good idea is to always be split pushing. As you can see, I have 2 cards on the left hand side, and I throw one of my barrels on the right hand side. I'm still able to do around 600, 700 damage to the right hand side for only 3 mana. Oh. If you're finding that the graveyards are kind of hard to deal with, I find that putting down a skeleton army in place can do it. The skeletons that are spawning, instead of attacking your tower, will end up attacking your skeletons, which is a far preferable trade. Another important note about positioning, especially when it comes to units with AoE, is to never place your units too close to your towers. I want to spawn this wizard to be able to defend myself, but if I spawned it too close to my tower, both of these could be attacking my tower and splashing onto me. This essentially means that their cards are doing double the damage that they're supposed to be doing, and it's a negative value on my part. As the play goes on here, we can see that the tower is taking damage, but my wizard is not. This is the beneficial result that you always want to have. Last note before I leave you has to pertain to ground units versus flying units. Now, most of the time when you see a giant coming towards you, you're going to want to put down some ground units to stop its way. Another good thing you can do is put down a minion horde. This is because all 6 of the flying units are able to attack the ground unit at the exact same time. I'm sure you've seen sometimes with a lot of units, they get crumpled up and they're spending so much time walking and attacking. Flying units don't have this problem. They'll be able to take down any ground unit very, very quickly, as opposed to fumbling around trying to figure out a way to stab that mofo. That's going to conclude our real-time analysis with Childish for Life. I want to thank you guys for watching our video. I want to toss a like, toss a subscribe, smash that like button. If you guys want to see anything specific, please comment in the comments section down below. I'll either try and reply or even make a video as soon as possible. Anyway, take care, guys.